idea of coming back to this place, to this gathering place, and bringing the resources together to support young people in their ambitions is an honor. And I want to thank Kamehameha Schools and specifically Melissa Wilson for all of her work in helping to make this happen. There are many people in this room that I could thank that have brought together resources for these young people to show what they know, to learn. But Melissa really encapsulates the giving spirit that we've encountered here. So thank you so much. Earlier this spring, 204 applicants from across the islands submitted lengthy, right you guys, lengthy applications. We put them through their paces. Those 204 students represented 66 different high schools. We feel really honored that people have found out about us. Last year, we had 167 applications for the one camp that we did, 20 students. And many people celebrated the fact that we had a 12.5% admission rate as some sort of measure of you've made it. And we were frustrated. We were sad because we wanted to extend what we have to offer to more students across the state. So we set a goal for ourselves of doing more camps and offering to more students. So this summer, we've done 2 camps. You're catching us at the end of our second camp, one on Hawaii Island, held at Hawaii Preparatory Academy, and one here on Oahu. 52 students went through Nalukai this summer. Thank you for that. Bringing our grand total to 112 students who have gone through Nalukai over the last 4 years. This is our 5th cohort. I know that you're not here to listen to me, so I would like to bring up the cohort to introduce themselves to you. They represent 18 schools, public school students, private school students, charter school students. They come from different islands. In this cohort, Kauai, Maui, Hawaii, and Oahu. Could the cohorts please come up? Could all the students come up, please? I'm going to ask them to please introduce themselves, tell us where they're from, and what school they attend or attended. Let's start right here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Angel Bakos. I'm currently attending Waianae High School, and I'm going to be a junior.
Aloha, my name is Jordan Reese. I also attend Waianae High School, and I'm going to be a senior next year.
Hi, my name is Garrett. I'm studying computer science in Washington State University, and I come from the historical town of Villa Beach.
Hi, my name is Giraldi. I recently graduated from Waipahu High School and currently going to major in computer science at UH Manoa.
Aloha, my name is Zia Levine. I recently graduated from Kealakehe High School, and I plan to double major in biology and political science at Colorado College.
Hi, my name is Harvey Lafadez, and I am from Barrington High School. I'm going to be an upcoming senior.
Hi everybody, my name is Harlow. I am a junior, going to junior year at Punapuna School.
Aloha mai kako, my name is David Bunau, and I just graduated from Kamehameha High School.
Aloha, my name is Kalawapua Anabad. I'm currently a senior at Halo Kumanu Public Charter School.
Good morning, my name is Jerome Bay, and I'm going to be a senior at Punapuna High School.
Hi, my name is Lisa. Hi everyone, my name is Gianna Scarborough. I just graduated from Legend Academy, and I'm heading to the University of San Diego in the fall.
Hello, my name is Juan, and I'm going to be a senior at UGA.
Nice and loud, you guys, please.
Hi guys, my name is Peyton Ogasawara, and I'm going to be a senior at middle school.
Hi, my name is Greg Castro, and I'm going to be a senior at middle school.
Hi, my name is Lauren Marie, and I'm also going to be a senior at middle school.
Hello, my name is Lincoln Law. I'm a recent graduate of Kamehameha School, and I'm one of the students at Brown University.
Danita Mike Koppel, Oahu, and I will be
very much, Corey. Come on up. So excited for you guys to see what they've been working on. Gotta be a little patient, just for another minute or two. I want to introduce our staff. Over the last 10 days, these young people have had a chance to meet with industry professionals, educators, people who have been through our program and who have come back, our alumni. Someone's really nice to be able to say we have alumni. It's a big thing. People have traveled from all over the country and the globe in some cases to spend time with these young people, to offer them their experience. There's a common theme that we hear from every mentor that comes through and works with our students in Nalukai. They finish working with them and they tell us, I wish I had had this win. I wish I had had the chances to get this when I was younger. And that was how this whole thing started. A former student of mine at Parker School named Darius Monsef, goes by the name Bubs, went off, he was a, as one of my colleagues says, he was a rascally student. Independent thinker, outside the box. Kind of difficult to manage when you're a junior in high school. But he went off out into the world, hit it big with 2 internet startups, came back to Hawaii, moved his family back, and said he wished that he had had the skills, that he had had the lessons that he had learned himself out there in the world. And he wanted to provide it to young people here. Nalukai was born. And now, as I said, we have over 100 graduates from all islands. And we're very excited to share their work with you. The staff is in many ways where it begins. And I have the honor and the privilege of working with some of the most inspiring people that I've met. So if you are a staff member or you are a mentor to our students, would you please come up and very quickly introduce yourself to our guest today. Good. Would you please say your name, give us just a very, very quick little background. Why don't you start?
My name is Aaron Shorn, program director for Nalukai Academy. And it's an absolute privilege to get through this for the 5th time, back to back. I'm so excited for you to see youth own their education and youth own their professionalism. Thank you for being here.
Hello everyone, my name is Warren Millway, and I've had the privilege of starting 3 companies on my own, and my mission in life after that is now to help others, this next generation, learn from my experience, my mistakes, and my successes to help them have a pathway for the future where they can build, create, own their own.
Hello everyone, my name is Katie McCain from Waimea, Bay Valley. I was a classmate of Buzz. I was a student of David and Ellis. And I was also business partner with Bella, which ultimately brought people after the Bay Area. And I was fortunate enough to get involved in this. And I kind of do operations, which is wear many hats. And ultimately, if I do my job right, no one knows I did anything else. Stay behind the scenes and just keeping things moving along. Thank you for having me.
Hello everyone, my name is Emma Pavich, and I serve as the wellness person on the team. And my job is to make sure that our founders and staff are in good spirits and that their spirits are, shining. And it has been a pleasure for me to be part of this program because I know it doesn't look it, but I was David's teacher, and
guys, I'm Jack Solomon. I'm currently going to be a senior at UH Manoa studying marketing. I'd like to consider myself pretty embedded in the entrepreneurship kind of community here in Oahu and in Hawaii in general. I'm originally from Kona, and this is my third year running, kind of running the social media and being the head videographer for Nalukai, and I'm so happy to be here.
Hello, my kako. My name is Gabby Navalta. I'm a 2018 graduate of Oahu Community Literature School on the Big Island. And now I do freelance photography and videography, and I'm so privileged to be back here at Nalukai in its 4th year. And I was part of the 1st year, and there I really developed my photography and love for videography as well. So it's so cool that it comes back full circle, and I'm back here helping out. So hope you enjoy what the students put out today.
Aloha, my name is Kayla Cho. I graduated from Kamehameha in 2018. I go to Chapman University, and I was a part of the Nalukai 2018 cohort last year. And I was so blessed for them to invite me back to help out with social media and taking some photos. It's honestly a privilege to be here with all of you.
And my name is Nick Wong, Nalukai alumni from 2016. I'm from Nu'uanu, Oahu, Kamehameha Schools, now at Cal. And I helped facilitate the 10-day pre-work, digital pre-work where founders got to meet each other and work digitally online before coming to camp.
Aloha, my name is Aya. I'm a 2018 graduate of Kamehameha Schools. I currently am at Columbia in New York City, and I was invited back to come take photos and just help in any way that I could. I was also a member of the first cohort of Nalukai with Nicholas and Gabby, so very happy to be here.
Thank you so much, everybody. Such an honor to work with them, I have to tell you. There are also a number of people in the audience who have stopped by to add some consulting work, to add some distinctions, to spend some sessions, some time with the young people that we have the privilege of working with. Justin Achong is in the back. Also, he spent some time with visual storytelling with our students, filmmaker, extraordinary human being. So thank you also, Justin, for your time. We came together, we asked a lot of these young people. We asked a lot of them, push them. They create, and part of the foundation for that is a foundation of trust. And it takes some time to build, and it takes some risk to come together. A diverse group of people bringing each and every bit of their past, their culture, their story, and share it with each other, such that a foundation is formed that they can offer each other feedback and distinctions. You should have heard them giving each other feedback. It's direct, it's to the point, and you can tell that they trust each other because they speak in a language of trusting each other and trusting each other's intentions. And some pretty magical things can happen. We are lucky to have a filmmaker with extraordinary promise who has compiled something as a gift to the cohort that they have not yet seen that would give you a little preview of what the students have gone through. Jack, would you please come and introduce your very quickly put together. This guy worked so hard, as you can imagine, all through camp, and then we throw things like, you can also maybe put a little contextual video together for them and for you all. So thank you.
So this is my 3rd year coming back to Nalukai, and now my 4th cohort. And these 10 days, or I guess these 19 days now, are always kind of the most motivated and fulfilled that I feel. It's always like so much work, but just so many laughs and good times. And so I'd say Nalukai really is, what embodies Nalukai is family. And so I wanted to tell the story of Nalukai that most of you won't get if you're not coming in and seeing what's happening, kind of the behind the scenes. So you can better understand where all of these teams are coming from and the background and community that they've gotten to form. And so it's my pleasure to share this video. This would not be possible without the help of our team like Gabby and Aya and Kayla, who are doing an amazing job and often don't get the recognition that they deserve. So thanks and enjoy the video.
be a tech entrepreneurship camp without some technical difficulties.
It's great being around so many like-minded people who have passions and interests and to pursue them. I thought it was great to just have so much energy around you. One of the first things we did was we established kind of like agreement. I think it's really important to set the environment of what we expect, what we want from people and ourselves to create a positive environment, one where people can be open with themselves and really like get close in the short amount of time we have. For the week before this, we had to prepare a pitch for like an idea or a problem that we wanted to solve. I want to create a class for teachers that they can get professional development credit in order to create innovative thinkers. We managed to get through like 24 pitches in the short amount of time we had. Listening and being like a good audience member is kind of crucial to it. Maintaining that positive environment, having your full attention on the person, and really just listening with intention. It's just a welcoming environment. Multiple people around you, they're not really like judging you, they're with you, they're alongside you. I think that is what's really important to building like a good team.
One of the big changes that we're doing this year is we are allowing students to form their own teams. Because wouldn't it be great if each individual could walk out of here knowing how to put a team together for any endeavor that they might want? We spent a lot of time at the beginning of camp devoted to the relationships they have with each other, so that they can give each other candid feedback and their final products are informed by the feedback they give each other. That's a rare thing. I don't know a lot of adults who can give each other candid feedback without necessarily taking it personally.
It was definitely interesting to try to like puzzle together groups. I think communication is the #1 tool of building a team. Like if you're not communicating, then you're gonna end up in a team that you don't really want to be in. You're gonna have a common goal. Yeah, this morning I was trying a lot to like facilitate conversations where people would talk about sort of what their passions were. Every different group that I walked up to talk to, I was just sort of asking everyone, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about?
As teams are working towards building their minimum viable products, creating the first touch point with their communities and their potential customers that are out there, branding, the development of a brand is a very important step in this process. They're able to effectively collect data and analyze it for information which can help influence the artistic element that they're going to be putting out into the market.
So we want to create a website or even a platform that we can ask our potential consumers, if this were to happen, would you be willing to enroll in this program?
Metrics are super important in any sort of business, especially marketing, because I think we come to any experience with a set of assumptions, a set of expectations that aren't necessarily grounded in reality. And by looking at the data, it helps us make better informed decisions.
I think it was kind of something that we underestimated the value of. I think we are going to be looking a lot at how much traffic we're getting to our website, how many people are willing to download our apps, planning on making at some point later on in the week.
One of the elements I most admire about Nalukai is the emphasis on building trust between the founders and their cohorts. They're encouraged and supported to build trusting relationships that allow for greater communication, which ultimately yields better ideas and a more robust system that's there. None of that could be grown, blossomed into the businesses that they are if the team at Nalukai has the time, the energy, the attention on building those strong foundations of communication and building that trust with founders.
It's been really refreshing to have such an amazing group of leaders and mentors, because you really help to not push us out of our comfort zone but guide us out, and the whole setup of the curriculum is just a much effective way for us to grow and learn.
The tools that I see as the most valuable are the life tools, empathy, and being able to see from just varied perspectives. the ability to work together and collaboration, how to communicate with each other. These things are just like natural human, values that are important. And I love being able to see it in an authentic way. It's exciting because of the synergy between all of the team members.
I don't know, I just think the moment we arrived, you guys are just so loving to us. Nalukai is such a place of warmth and love.
One word that comes to my mind when I think of Nalukai is family. Over the past couple of days, we just came from a bunch of strangers who didn't know each other from all across the island, from the Big Island, Maui, Oahu, Hawaii. There's so many different talents, so many different perspectives and backgrounds and strengths. It's not one thing. I think that's like our biggest strength, our diversity and our willingness to collaborate.
What the other programs don't do that Nalukai does is equip people for life beyond the end of the camp. It teaches them the importance of collaboration, the importance of emotional intelligence, the importance of communication and teamwork. Qualities are absolutely important for being successful and frankly living a meaningful life. And it's so wonderful to see a program that equally values the technical as well as the social and emotional. It's when these two things come together that you have magic. And now I Start Camp has been magic. This is the program that every young person needs to experience. It's not optional skills they should be learning here. The skills that every young person needs. And our society is going to be better for it.
I feel like now giving me the tools to make anything happen, but just giving this opportunity to turn a dream.
All right, we're going to cut it there. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're going to try and work those out, and we will be playing that afterwards on at least some of the laptops, and maybe you can get some of the images. We wanted to set an example that sometimes things happen, and we'll see how we recover. The most important part of today, anyway, regardless of this, though the images, when it runs smoothly, is a compelling story. The main thing is the stories of the students that you're going to get a chance to hear from in just a few minutes. I want to just say from the beginning that this is not exactly Shark Tank, so your job is not to be there and pointing fingers and sort of asking, tough questions to see how they respond. We appreciate that you're here today, interested in what their experience is. There's a larger context. That's why it's out there that you didn't quite get to see the video in its full glory, but we wanted to let you see some images. The story of Nalukai, the story of their time together, out of that context comes the projects that you're about to see. So the student work is the real emphasis here, and it's our pleasure to give them a chance to come and tell you their ideas. Of those 204 applications that I told you about earlier in the Nalukai applicant pool, so many of them, when we asked them to articulate a problem that they face, a problem they see in Hawaii that needs addressing, came up with creative, brilliant solutions, grounded often in culture, in their relationships. And what we try and do is show them a model of entrepreneurship that, yes, addresses profitability, but also addresses the planet and also addresses the people on it. I think you'll see that in their projects. The students who applied to Nalukai, the students that we selected, many of them articulated deep, deep concerns for our environment, for the stress of being a teenager these days, and the range from wellness to suicide. There are alarming statistics in our state right now around young people. Giving them agency, giving them a chance to address some of these things, as well as issues of Hawaiian culture, which also are prominent in our application pool. That's what we do. We're interested in bringing people together, giving them the chance to develop skills that they can take back to those schools. 18 schools enthusiasm for their ideas. And we'd like to bring up the first cohort. Come on up, Carrier. Standpoint, you'll hear from the cohort. We're going to save questions for when you have a chance to interact with the different groups at their tables after the fact. But for now, here's Carrier.
Aloha, everyone. We are Carrier. So, how many people have a doctor who has outdated or inconvenient methods of communication? The answer is most of you. Care providers right now are experiencing a lack of innovation or bad user interfacing on the platforms that do exist for communication. In rural Hawaii, where I live, it can be incredibly difficult to access specialists. I myself have to fly to Oahu once every single month to see my allergist. Also, in rural areas and in underserved communities, there can be difficulty with cell reception, which makes calling hard, or phone sharing, and so texting is a much more convenient platform, so you can get a message later if it doesn't come while you're at the phone. Our solution is Carrier, a HIPAA-compliant, semi-automated two-way messaging system designed for healthcare providers and powered by artificial intelligence. So how it works is the patient would enroll, an automatic text would be sent asking them if they have any concerns based on their milestones. The patient replies, and our artificial intelligence deep learning software analyzes their message, flags it for specialists, and suggests a reply for the care provider to save them time. The provider just has to approve the response, and the patient receives a personalized message with their name and information automatically filled in.
With Carrier, all a patient has to do is text a local phone number without the need of downloading an app or visiting a website, thus reducing the reply times and making healthcare providers more accessible. On the other hand, healthcare providers will have a visual UI website, and they'll have features like searching through messages and filtering through users' information.
So with Carrier, we offer a provider platform that's fully data-driven. We envision our product to have a customizable visual data engine such that patients and providers around healthcare industries are allowed to see the data visually through our own analytic engine. So the main feature of Carrier is our communication system. We offer an SMS to desktop application pipeline such that communication between doctors and patients are fluently easy. We also provide smart replies such that patients and doctors can reply to the patients much faster.
So our revenue model makes our program accessible for a variety of organizations, nonprofits, private practice. It's based on organization size, so how many accounts your organization would need. It has a customizable user interface, and we work with the care provider to make their user interface fit their needs. It also depends on how many artificial intelligence features they need. Maybe they don't need flagging because there's only a few people in their organization. And we also offer complex data analysis because it is a data-driven platform. So what is the market? There are 230,187 physician practices in the United States. There are also 54,760 community health workers. If we just had 0.01% of these, we would have 28 organizations. And that is enough for our first year of operations. That's our goal. We are entering a competitive market. There are quite a few health messaging platforms that are HIPAA compliant. However, we are the first ones to implement deep learning artificial intelligence. And you can see how we stack up in the other categories. What it comes down to is the platforms that exist aren't cutting it.
So according to last night's data, we have achieved over 172 unique website and webpage visits. We have also gained a staggering 900 and above social media impressions, as well as we have achieved a One Health organization sign up.
We have one organization who has already signed up to beta test. So who are we? I'm Zia Levine. I headed communications and project management. I come from the Big Island, a rural community, and I came to Nalukai to really generate access using technology.
My name's Garrett. I am the front-end engineer, and I specialize in the user interface and the psychology of the user's experience. And I love to make problems in life easier through technology.
My name is Harvey, and I am in charge of the graphic and design aspects of our service. I also come from an immigrant family, and my family suffers from physical ailments that sometimes require urgent responses from doctors, and through our service, similar families are able to gain access and urgent responses.
Hi, my name is Karati. I am the back-end engineer of Carrier. I'm very passionate about data science and artificial intelligence. I also truly believe that integrating AI between healthcare communications will help doctors leverage their workplace much faster.
So how can you help? We are looking for $450,000 of funding for our first year, which will go towards these specific uses. We would also love if you would share this with your care provider. We are also searching for mentorships and advising, marketing assistance, and above all, we would love if you would visit our booth after everyone's pitches are over, and we will be having a live demonstration of our working platform. Now, one final thing. If you have your phone handy, pull it out, open up your camera, scan the QR code, and leave your email. Thank you very much.
Our next team will be Tap Hawaii. Tap Hawaii, where are you?
Aloha everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Lisa Lowe and I'm from Kealakekee High School.
I'm Angel Blacos and I'm from Waianae High School.
Aloha mai kako, my name is David and I'm from Kamehameha Schools.
Aloha, my name is Jordan and I attend Waianae High School. So I want to start us off with just a little bit about my experiences with education. My mom's a teacher, and every day I see the struggle she faces coming home, stressed, tired, worrying about financial problems. And that's why I came to Nalukai. I came here with that thought, and I was more focused on the money and the pay, but if I can just solve an aspect of her life, or for all teachers, just make one part of their job a little easier, I feel like it'll help a lot. So that's why we started the Athena project.
Every year, 1.2 million students drop out of high school. So that's one student every 26 seconds, and 7,000 in a day. Of these dropouts, 26% are because of boredom, and 20% are because they think their education is irrelevant.
Hey guys. So, boring and irrelevant classes, we all know it. It's a difficult thing to get through. Me personally, small story. back in the beginning of 10th grade, not too long ago for me, I almost failed my Algebra 2 class. And that was because my teacher didn't have the resources that she needed to help me understand, engage, and make the material relevant to myself. That's what we want to solve. That's what we want to aid, student engagement. We want to make student engagement like higher, I guess, and we also want to, all in all, solve student burnout and teacher burnout. We want to connect mentors to classrooms through teachers with the aid of students so that we know that the students will be engaged.
In Hawaii, there are about 11,600 teachers, and in America, there are 286 public schools and 3.2 million teachers globally.
So now here's the competitive landscape. There are a lot of different companies that do around what we do, but there are 4 sectors for this. There's real-world connections, virtual connections, teacher development, and bringing professionals to classrooms. Uniquely, our company hits the intersection of connecting real-world people with professionals.
So when you go on our website, you can see our name, you see our logo, but more importantly, you see the features that we offer. By what I mean by meet your match is that teachers and mentors can sign up and set up profiles with us. That puts them into our database to where other teachers and mentors can read through their little bio of them, or instead of a photo, maybe even a video of just what they do and how they can help in classrooms, so that mentors aren't going into classrooms blind and teachers kind of know what this person has to offer, just to build a more personal relationship. So from our data metrics, we have roughly 245 users as of this morning, and 16% of those move up to the sign-up screen. There are 17 teachers and 7 mentors, which is a small feat, but it's only going to get better. We only launched this a couple of days ago, so there's only room to improve, which is why, yeah, we're on the track.
So here's a couple little charts that you can barely read, but yeah. But this is actually the most important part of this project. This is our MVP, our minimum viable product. And this is direct feedback from teachers and mentors that they want to do this and what they want their students to have. This is also our revenue model. Partially, we will be relying on donations and grants, but I want to get a little bit more into the services and fees. To generate revenue, we have idealized 2 different types of methods. One would be to market our class sessions to higher institutions after filming and documenting them. Another would be to establish beneficial partnerships between them.
Okay, so our opinions, we're all from different schools. He's from a private school, we're from the same school, and she's from Big Island, I think? Yeah. Okay, so all of our opinions, they differ. But we all understand that the public system and the education system as a whole, it's kind of screwed up. We gotta fix it. So what we wanna do, we wanna fix that. We want your help to fix that.
So here's our call to action. It would take about $300,000 to run this company for a 12-month period, but that's not what's important. What's important is that we need more educators. We need more access to educators and industry professionals.
We need your help to change the future.
So I'd like to encourage you guys all to pull your phones just like the last group and look at our QR code, go to our website, follow us on our social media, and shoot us an email of any further questions, just so we can build relationships with you guys. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.
By the way, if you guys want to talk to us, we're over there.
Project Nalukai is next.
mai kako. O kalama ko uinoa.
My name is Harlow.
And I'm Gianna.
Right before coming to Nalukai, I spent about a week up at the Pu'uhonua at the base of Mauna Kea. Since we're at Kauai, I'm going to make a not so bold assumption that you guys know what's happening on Mauna Kea. And you know, whether you support the cause or not, you gotta admire how they have leveraged social media apps such as Instagram and Facebook in order to aid in their cause. Whether it be through like facilitation, getting people to mobilize, and also documentation of their efforts, all really important aspects of a movement. But especially when you consider the fact that Instagram and Facebook are not optimized to get people to move. They're not optimized for documentation of these efforts or facilitation or getting the word out there, really. These are story posts, and that in the middle is like it's like an Instagram post, if you guys are familiar with that. So we thought, you know, what if we had a social media platform that was dedicated to facilitating, mobilizing, and documentation of social, environmental, and cultural activism, as well as community service. Like, imagine the possibilities that could create. And that's why my group has decided to create a social media app dedicated to that, especially for that cause. Now you may be wondering, what makes our app unique? Like, why our app? Our app is dedicated to documentation, facilitation, and mobilization of these social causes. It helps to foster connections amongst the community, and most importantly, is grounded in Hawaii. It's grounded around this place through business connections that we hope to foster. And also another important part is that our platform provides incentives for change. It provides incentives for people to get out there and do good in the community.
So our main sources of revenue would be coming from fundraising and events that we would hold. We would also have partnerships with local businesses, merchandise, and special features to purchase on our app. And we would accept donations and pledges from individuals and businesses.
So this brings us to target market. Now, our app is going to be designed to cater to the people who recognize the need and the environmental, social, and cultural issues that face Hawaii today. Now, in Hawaii, approximately 74% of Hawaii residents are very conscious of the significance of these environmental, social, and cultural issues, which in a state of 1.42 million people is approximately 1 million people. So there's clearly a really large market for this kind of idea. But what we also know is that despite many people knowing about these issues, I mean, they're so relevant, living on an island kind of amplifies our awareness of them. However, not everyone actually gets the opportunity in their lives to go out and make change and make a difference. So that's why we're catering our marketing efforts towards the percent of people who are already involved in activism in their community. This is 57% of Hawaii residents, which is approximately 800,000+ people. Now that's a lot of people, and when we all come together as a community to address the issues that we're passionate about, you can make real change and make a real difference. Now, even if we were only able to capture just 10% of that 800,000+ people, we would be reaching 80,000 people, which, can you imagine the power of all those people coming together as a community to make change and create a better life for future generations? And as the Hawaii Community Foundation has shown, between the years 2008 and 2015, there's been a 10% increase in the amount of people who are doing service and activism in their community. So this market is continuing to grow still.
And we also already have some really good traction. So far, we've had an average of 228 profile visits on our Instagram daily. And from our social medias, we've left 3,058 impressions only in the past 7 days. We also already have some local business partnerships, including Banan, Surfrider Foundation, and Pacific Business News. We also have a lot of room for growth in this area because We have already reached out to many more local businesses, and our social media platform grows every day.
Now you might be thinking, this is a pretty cool concept, but what qualifies this group of high schoolers to take on this kind of endeavor? Well, we are the perfect team to take on this kind of project. We have all lived and grown up in Hawaii and are very familiar with the social and cultural and environmental issues that face our state today. We are all very engaged members of the community and have diverse skill sets and perspectives that allow us to see the problem and address it as a cohesive whole. And ultimately, we think we can really take this project to the finish line.
So what do we need to make this vision a reality? We are raising $175,000 to go towards marketing, app development, and operational costs, including salaries. We are also looking for people who can provide us with more partnerships with local businesses. We want to thank you all for your time, and we want to give a big thank you to Nalukai for making all of this a possibility.
Please visit us at our table over there to the right. If you're interested in trying out a little prototype that I made, as well as just learning a little bit more about what we have going. Mahalo.
Great. Next up is Rendezvous.
Good morning, everyone. We are Rendezvous, a new way for kickstarting a healthy lifestyle. I'm Tyson.
I'm James.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Ella.
And I'm Trinity. And why Rendezvous is so important to us, because I think many of you can agree and connect to someone that you've lost in your life due to an unhealthy lifestyle and these physical and mental ailments. Me personally, I lost my grandfather when I was 7 years old to diabetes. And if we look at the health statistics, 1 out of 4 adults suffer from obesity, and the rate of diabetes has increased by 60% since 2010. If only my had something like Rendezvous, where you can connect to people, get out, get outdoors, learn physical activities, and different ways to just get your mind and your body right.
So our platform would include an app, and this is what user experience would look like. So they would join the app and register while choosing from a variety of activities that they love, and so that they can connect with other people in their own communities that share those same passions. And through that, they would be able to browse and look at customized events based on their interests, and from there they would rendezvous.
So through Rendezvous, you'll be able to connect to people in your community. We also hope that it will get more kids and teenagers and even adults off their phones and make face-to-face connections and not just through social media. You'll be able to find health and wellness classes like yoga, stress relief, physical, mental. You'll be able to find nutrition and dietary coaches and classes. You'll even be able to find groups that enjoy surfing, meet different people, find swimming groups, running groups, pick up dodgeball or football or many more activities at your community.
So our target demographic considers the ages 10 to 35, and we think these are the prime ages where people are looking to get outside and meet new people and have some fun while doing it. So this bar chart is a representation of the traffic going through our Instagram page, and 77% of our Instagram traffic is within the age ranges of 13 to 34, which translates to over 1,000 accounts. We have over 6,000 impressions. We have 24 organic signups, and 95% of potential customers said that they were likely to download our app, which I think is really exciting for the approval we're getting for the message we're putting forward.
So the Rendezvous team believes that the success of our users is success for our company. So what is it going to take to enable that success? We would first evaluate each user and track the growth metrics of their health so that we can track their improvement over time when they use Rendezvous' app. Then we would engage with our users and encourage them to engage with the app, go out in the community, and rendezvous. Then we'd enhance. So we would offer a premium subscription that would allow premium users to unlock different features such as mobile notifications, growth metrics, and access to premium events. Then we encourage them to continue living a healthy and happy lifestyle, because we believe that if we can turn one individual to a community, that can lead to viral growth and more opportunities for our app. The concept of the Meetup app is not new, but we have grown from that, and we've researched what the 5 most important features to our users are. And that boils down to availability in Hawaii, affordability, no hidden fees, available as an app, and overall focus on wellness. And Rendezvous covers all 5 of those features.
Well, we need to start. We need about $175,000 to get a consultant to develop our app for us, and then use the additional money to have 18 months of runway for things such as advertising and fundraising and other such events. But finally, last thing I want to say is thank you to all the mentors and facilitators here at Nalukai for helping us through this journey. And finally, let's rendezvous.
So if you'd like to ask questions or just have anything to say, we'll be located right there in the back. And you want to go ahead and scan this and find our website. Thank you. We also have stickers.
Are they free? You don't have to pay for them. They're free stickers. All right. We ignite change. Please come forward. Hi there.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tara.
My name is Peyton Ogasawara.
And my name is Yon.
And we ignite change.
I want you all to meet Seiko. I had the pleasure of meeting Seiko during summer school when I volunteered at Hawaii Literacy. It was apparent when we first met Seiko that he was falling behind in school. And the reason that he was because his parents have chronic illness. You see, Seiko, every day after school, goes to his mother's shop and helps her. And every day after that, every free time he spends is in the library trying to catch up in his schoolwork. The fact that really hit me was that Seiko wasn't trying to learn to get his mother medication for her chronic illness. He was trying to learn so he could help the 264 million other children who were denied the right to education.
Even before coming to Nalukai, I was very interested in recycling issues occurring in Hawaii and in the state as well. I was thinking that the recycling issues were not handled effectively, and while I was researching and met these 2 other teammates, I realized that 350,000 phones enter the waste stream every day in the US alone.
So, growing up, I was always privileged enough to have technology at my disposal, and that allowed me to develop my passion and ability to solve problems with technology. But low-income students may not have the same opportunity. So our solution is, first, we provide children with a free device so they can have access to online resources.
On that device will be preloaded with educational software, including free data services.
And just like how mentioned in the last slide, I wanted to incorporate some sort of environmental impacts into our project, which is the recycling part.
So basically, they go to our website, we send people a box with prepaid shipping, they can insert their phone into it. They send it back to us. We wipe it with our custom Android OS, optimized for low-end phones, and then we send it to a child who's in need.
I think something really important to emphasize is that in 2019, data protection is very important. And so with that box comes instructions on how to wipe your phone to protect your data. This is the current market size that we're looking at. There's 6.8 million children in the US who are affected by education by low income. And there's $58.9 billion in US donations to educational causes.
So this is basically how we want to create revenue. So there are first one-time donation, which you want to, if you want to donate for the cause, you only do it once or several times. There's also brand merchandise. So using our branding, our logo, and our slogans, we already put up different types of merchandising on our website. And also there's recurring donations where it will be like $20 per month to provide each child's cellular plan. And there will be also donated phones, which are the most important because with the donated phones, we're able to distribute it to each children who are in need of those phone services.
So this is a website I programmed, and it basically allows anyone to shop for our merchandise or start donating in just a single click.
These days, there are a lot of problems going on with different charity organizations being not transparent about where supporters' money goes. So we wanted to make sure that supporters are engaged in our donation process. So what we want to do is that as soon as they donate or purchase a merchandise, we want to notify them, inform them that what child they're supporting and how this money is used to either provide operational costs for our company or to provide a child.
This is just current statistics. Well, on Instagram, as you can see, we have 701 profile visits within the last 48 hours of our launch, as well as 253 average views. As for our website, we've had 891 website visits and 55 store visits. This was all run by $60 of Google Ads. This is actually just a quick pie chart of the website impressions. And as you can see, there's 82.4% direct links, which is basically people Google searched a keyword and our advertisement popped up. And that was thanks to, again, $100 of Google advertisement.
So as far as the landscape, we're the only company that combines all three of different aspects, and we're the only unique one. But just in 3 different areas, there's several companies out there that are doing phone recycling, so they receive phones from the people and they recycle those devices.
The next thing that we were looking at was online free educational systems. And based on that, we came up with 3: Khan Academy, Code Academy, and Coursera. All 3 offer free services. And they wouldn't per se be our competitors, but if anything, they'd benefit from us using their systems and offering it to more kids.
And there are a few other companies that use merchandise to fund charitable causes. So that shows that it is a sustainable source of revenue.
So again, we are the founders of this company, and although we met with different passion, different interests in many different problems, we believe that we can make a great team to work on this single issue, to provide right education, to provide accessible, free education for kids who are in need.
But we need your help to make this happen. We're looking for $175,000. Now, this isn't some dream that we have. This is an actual product. This is about 1 day away from being launched. We actually have a working prototype, so if you turn around and look, that's our booth. Please come check it out. It has a working prototype of what the kid would actually receive thanks to donated phones from the facilitators. So the portion of the $175 would be straight to advertisement and maybe some graphic designers and social media marketers. We don't take salaries because this is something that we're really passionate about, and I feel that taking money as salaries isn't worth it, and you should be putting it back into a cause that you believe in. We also need your networks. If you know any low-income student programs that would be able to facilitate and distribute the phones, we would appreciate it, as well as cellular service devices and phone devices.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to our presentation. That's our contact info. You can always find us at the booth right there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha, my name is Anoka Phillips. I'm passionate about native Hawaiian birds and Hanano'eo.
Hi, my name is Ella Quarty, and I'm passionate about water preservation.
Hi everyone, my name is Brett Cascio and I love helping people.
Hi, my name is Logan Tsukiyama and I'm passionate about protecting native wildlife species.
Hi, my name is Lauren Kui and I'm passionate about music community concerts. And we are Altrulick! Altrulick is a social network platform that allows volunteers to connect with community service organizations.
So the name Altrulick derives from the words altruism and click. So for the past 3 years on Thanksgiving Day, I had the opportunity to serve at Tripler Hospital. So I spent time with veterans. I get to play bingo with them, sing carols to them, and just talk story. And that feeling of just putting a smile on their face, there's no feeling like it. You gotta experience it yourself.
Unfortunately, not everyone is able to have this experience because it's hard to find these opportunities because you don't know when it's happening, where it's happening, who's doing it, and finding out in advance because all the information is spread across different platforms like Facebook and Instagram, or maybe you just hear from a teacher or word of mouth. It's just not very accessible, and when we cold call people, they had comments that supported this statement. And in Hawaii, we're on the bottom 5 of doing community service, so this is really specific to Hawaii because we need to boost that number.
So our solution to that issue is Altrulick, which is basically a social networking app that helps to connect volunteers with local nonprofit organizations. So first, users would create their profile and then they're later able to select and browse through a series of events according to their selected interests and location.
More features will include the ability to organize your own service event, increase your ranking by attending more service, and creating an official log of your hours.
So the market size for this type of idea is actually pretty large, about roughly 1/4 of Americans participate in volunteer work, which rounds out to about 81 million. And there are currently 1.8 million active U.S. nonprofits, and that number has increased by 25% within the last decade. So there are a growing number of volunteer opportunities within the community. And the current monetary volunteerism value is about $184 billion. So even if we're able to reach just our target audience, which is volunteers and nonprofits in Hawaii, we would still make a huge impact.
Our business model will include revenue sources from the volunteers, event coordinators, and advertisers.
So if you take a look at this chart right here, you can see our competition. They're lacking in event details, quick RSVP, and direct connections. But if you take a look at Altrulick, we combine all of those characteristics in one platform.
So we started an Instagram, and as you can see, we've had over 1,000 profile views, and so far we've had 20 signups. And some people that's reached out to us is Iron Man, and that's pretty significant for only having our business out for about 6 days, and Hawaii's Wildlife Fund.
Yeah, we just want to say one more time, Iron Man World Championship reached out to us. Okay, so what we need from you guys to grow this company and just reach the world. We are looking for $400,000 in funding, and that money is largely going to go to app development, marketing, and a 12-month runway to pay for these jobs. We're also very open to learning and growing, so we're looking for mentors like you. And finally, we're looking for connections and networks with organizations and schools in Hawaii to spread our user base and get our name out.
Why Altrulick, you might ask? Well, we're a team of high school students that are passionate about making a significant impact in our community. We believe that by making volunteer opportunities accessible and enjoyable, we will be able to grow a sense of empathy within our community.
Thank you very much. Check out our websites, our Instagram, and let's arrange the change.
You can find our booth right by the food over there. Thank you so much.
Can we get a round of applause for each of the teams? Regardless of the technology, regardless of any humbug things that happen, it's about the students. It's about the connections that they make. We bring these students together from across the state. We read those applications. We wish we could do more. We got those 206 applications, and when we read them, we saw kernels in each one, an interest in understanding how to better take their ideas, articulate them, enroll people in them, and build them. We had the luxury of having 52 of them this year, divided between our two cohorts. This one here, 24 students from 18 schools. They're equipped, they're ready to go back to their communities. We added a day to the Nalukai experience. So the past years, we finished on day 10 at about 8 a.m. A little bleary-eyed, ready to send them back. We decided to the different student groups. We just have a little bit of time there, and then we will be off clearing out because Wi-Fi has another event coming up. So thank you so much.